This presentation is an introduction to the USDA Sustainable Agriculture Research and Education Granting Program. I'm Kate Seager, one of the Minnesota State SARE coordinators, and I'm presenting with the other Minnesota State coordinator, Katie Lee. First, we'll talk about what SARE is and the types of projects we fund. The Sustainable Ag Research and Education, or SARE program, is a competitive grant and education program operating in every state and island protectorate. The purpose of SARE is to provide grants and educational outreach to advance sustainable innovations to the whole of American agriculture. Depending on the region and grant type, applicants can be farmers, ranchers, researchers, graduate students, community development practitioners, and ag educators conducting on-farm research or carrying out education or demonstration projects in sustainable agriculture. SARE is a science-based grassroots grant program and looks to fund projects with strong farmer-rancher and user involvement. The program is run by 4 regions: North Central, Northeast, South, and West. Each region is guided by a volunteer administrative council that makes funding decisions and sets regional priorities. SARE is decentralized in that each of the 4 regions makes their own funding decisions, including which types of grant programs to offer. The regional administrative councils and the grant review committees, who are the volunteers, include farmers and ranchers, extension educators, researchers, and personnel from state and federal agencies. Since 1988, SARE, funded through the USDA's National Institute of Food and Agriculture, or NIFA program, has funded more than 5,000 grant projects throughout its 4 regions. SARE's National Project Database features the project reports from the funded research. SARE Outreach is the national communication arm of SARE and works with SARE's regions to share research results with farmers, ranchers, educators, and the public at large. SARE Outreach products cover the gamut of sustainable agriculture practices, from books on cover crops and building soil health to bulletins on managed rangeland and water resources to online courses for ag educators. The SARE model partners with other USDA agencies, land-grant universities, including 1862, 1890, and 1994 institutions, as well as extension, other educational institutions, nonprofit organizations, and agricultural professionals in each region. Successful SARE grant projects simultaneously address the 3 principles of sustainability, even if the project emphasizes one principle more than the other. These principles are improving the economic viability of farmers and associated agricultural businesses, starting and improving the environmental quality and natural resource base on which agriculture depends, and enhancing the quality of life for farmers, ranchers, communities, and society as a whole. The SARE portfolio includes projects that address some of the following areas in sustainable agriculture: sustainable pest and weed management, marketing and local food systems, water quality and nutrient management, systems research, high tunnels and season extension, crop diversification, cover crops and soil health, small ruminants, poultry and cattle, pasteurized livestock grazing systems, pollinators and biodiversity, and urban agriculture. Next, we will show you the bank of fantastic resources SARE has built through the years on sustainable agriculture. For SARE's mission, it's critical to share information about sustainable agriculture with those that can use the information, so our goal is to provide reliable and useful resources. SARE's outreach includes an extensive learning center that produces practical information like you see here. You can find a wealth of information online by searching for a type of media like books, bulletins, fact sheets, topic rooms, newsletters, multimedia, course and curricula, and SARE project reports. Or search by topic, including but not limited to pollinators, cover crops, crop production, energy conservation and renewable energy, local and regional food systems, pest management, soil health, specialty crops, and value-added products. Many of these resources are free for downloading to your computer or tablet. These are just 2 examples of publications that beekeepers may find helpful. One provides detailed information about cover crop plants that benefit bees. The other talks about breeding for honeybee resistance to the parasitic mite Varroa destructor. Another valuable resource is the SARE project database. As part of the contract for receiving SARE funds, project coordinators provide progress and final reports on their research efforts. The reports summarize project findings and outline objectives, research methods, and results. The database is a growing body of knowledge on sustainable agriculture. In the database, you can explore ideas that beekeepers and other farmers have explored in sustainable agriculture and what they found with their work. For full access, go to the website at the bottom of this slide. I'm going to take you through how to search for reports. This is what the SARE project database search page looks like. You can access a variety of searches based on what you are curious to learn. For example, in project reports, search for the keyword like honeybees, bees, or pollinators. If you want to keep it to a specific region or state, select the location relevant to you. You can also look specifically for projects done by farmers. If you want to leave the search broad, just use a keyword and get all the projects with that word in their text. These are some of the results when you search for honeybees in projects specifically done by farmers, farmer, rancher, producer grants, which we'll talk about in a moment. The example projects here look at how different blooming plants affect honeybee health, if swarms can be used as a source of genetics for breeding, if overwintering honeybee colonies in a climate-controlled storage impacts colony survival, and if any improved survival outweighs the cost, and how to successfully requeen with virgin honeybee queens instead of mated honeybee queens or queen cells. These projects are just the start of the 722 current results to look through that have the keyword honeybees. If you are interested in writing a SARE grant, which will be discussed next, look through the database to find related projects. Building on previously funded projects can strengthen your ideas and proposal.
Hello, my name is Katie Lee, and I'm the other Minnesota State SARE coordinator. And I'm going to cover the types of grants that beekeepers can apply for from SARE to fund projects on sustainable agriculture. There are 4 SARE regions: North Central, Northeast, Southern, and Western. When looking at grants, be sure to look within your specific region. Each SARE region has different granting opportunities for educators, researchers, farmers, and ranchers involved in sustainable agriculture. Each region has a variety of different grants they fund, including the grants listed here: research and education, professional development, graduate student, partnership, and farmer-rancher. Each grant type is targeted to fund specific types of applicants and projects. For this presentation, I'm going to focus on the grants in each region that beekeepers can apply to. Each region has a grant specifically for farmers, like beekeepers, that want to ask a research question or provide education. SARE strongly believes that producers have a critical insight when it comes to improving their systems. Whether they need to limit off-farm inputs, create more time for family or community activities, learn marketing skills, or find other ways to enhance their livelihoods, farmers and ranchers can turn to SARE for grant opportunities and information. Writing a grant can seem intimidating, but there are resources to help. As general advice, before writing a grant proposal, applicants should determine a clear project goal and explore previous research or educational projects. It often helps to contact SARE, local agriculture groups, the Natural Resources Conservation Service, and/or extension educators to share ideas and invite their participation. When considering these grants, keep in mind that beekeepers just like you have been able to apply and receive grants to ask questions in their bees and find their answers. First, we are going to talk about the grants that beekeepers can apply to in the North Central region. Listed here and highlighted in yellow are the states included in the North Central region. Beekeepers in the North Central region can apply for the Farmer-Rancher Grant. This grant is for farmers and ranchers who want to explore sustainable solutions to problems through on-farm research, demonstration, and education projects. Applicants should be a farmer or rancher who raises crops or livestock, especially as a business. There are no land or income requirements. If you keep bees, you can apply. Awards can be for up to $15,000 for an individual or up to $30,000 for a team of 2 or more farmers. Projects can be up to 23 months long. Look for the call for proposals in August of each year, with applicants due early December. Grants may change from year to year, so be sure to check the website listed on the bottom of this page for current and additional information. Educators that focus on youth in the North Central region can apply for the Youth Educator Grant. An eligible youth educator is someone who teaches youth about sustainable agriculture. This includes professional educators like those involved in 4-H, FFA, Extension, nonprofit organizations, or any level of schooling. Awards can be for up to $6,000, and projects can be up to 23 months long. Look for the call for proposals in August of each year. Again, grants may change from year to year, so be sure to check the website listed on the bottom of this page for current and additional information. Next, we will talk about the Northeast region. Highlighted in green are the states included in the Northeast region, along with Washington, D.C. Farmers, like beekeepers in the Northeast region, can apply for the Farmer Rancher Grant. This grant is for farmers to explore new concepts in sustainable agriculture conducted through experiments, surveys, prototypes, on-farm demonstrations, or other research and education techniques. Applicants must meet the specific definition of a farmer by producing at least $1,000 in agricultural products. Farm employees are also eligible to apply. Awards can be for up to $30,000, and projects can be up to 3 years long. Look for the call for proposals in the fall. See the website listed on the bottom of this page for additional and current information. Next, we will talk about the Southern region. The states highlighted in red are the states included in the Southern region, along with Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Beekeepers in the Southern region can apply for the Producer Grant. This grant enables farmers and ranchers to test a sustainable agriculture idea using a field trial, on-farm demonstration, marketing initiative, or other techniques. Applicants must meet the specific definition of farmer, including producing at least $1,000 in agricultural products. Awards can be for up to $20,000 for an individual, or up to $25,000 for a farmer organization. Projects can be up to 2 years long. Look for the call for proposals annually in September. See the website listed on the bottom of this page for additional and current information. Finally, we will talk about the Western region. Highlighted in blue are the states included in the Western region, along with the listed U.S. island protectorates. Beekeepers partnered with a technical advisor in the Western region can apply for a Farmer Rancher Grant. This grant is focused on advancing on-farm sustainability solutions by funding innovative producer-driven research and outreach. Applicants must meet the specific definition of a farmer, including producing at least $1,000 in agricultural products. Awards can be up to $25,000 with 1 to 2 producers. Projects with 3 or more producers working together may apply for up to $29,900. Projects can be for up to 3 years long. Look for the call for proposals each year in the summer. And see the website listed on the bottom of this page for additional and current information. In addition to the 4 SARE regional centers, SARE has a network of state coordinators working in each state and island protectorate. Your SARE state coordinator can provide advice and feedback as you work on your grant proposal. Your state coordinator can also let you know if SARE in your state provides professional development grants in the form of mini grants for hosting events and workshops focused on educating stakeholders on sustainability in agriculture, and or travel grants for attending educational events focused on sustainability. Find your SARE state coordinator and funding opportunities in your state by visiting the SARE website. SARE is forward-looking and strives to stay relevant and helpful to farmers across the U.S. We continue to build on existing partnerships while creating new ones and new opportunities for participation. This includes supporting conferences and educational events relevant to sustainable agriculture. Do not hesitate to contact SARE with any questions or ideas. Contact information and everything included in this presentation can be found on the SARE website. Use this website as a starting point to explore what SARE has to offer you in sustainable agriculture across the U.S.